We're gonna continue now. I'm gonna send you this book, Grammar Express. Okay, so this is a book that really helpful. Let me see where I have it. Okay. Okay, so this is an advanced grammar book. Okay, so we're gonna see things that we didn't see before. Some things we've seen present progressive. Oh, where's this? Okay, so we're gonna see some of the adjectives. Okay, so can you please, we're gonna see adjectives and adverbs, okay, so that we can reinforce a little bit what we saw in the Pearson material. Okay, so let's please begin. Can you please read
Sure.
this?
Okay.
Yes, adjectives and adverbs, yes.
Can you show me the video?
There.
Nice. Okay, chart check. Circle T for true or F for false. Adverbs often come before nouns. Adjectives often come after action verbs. Adverbs often end in ly. Ly. Adjectives, they are quiet tenants. It's a fast elevator. The building seems nice. It's absolutely perfect. Adverbs, they work quietly. It moves very fast. She described it nicely. It's absolutely perfect.
Okay, so what would be like adverbs often come before nouns? Is that true or false?
Mm, no, for nouns. False.
Okay, this the next one.
Adjectives often come before verbs. Mm, After action verbs. False, I think.
Okay, and the last one.
And that's true.
Okay. So can you please read grammar explanations, please?
Okay, use adjectives to describe nouns or pronouns for people, places, and things. Um, the houses are beautiful. They are new. Okay, adjectives usually come immediately before the noun they describe. This is a small apartment. Adjectives can also come after non-action verbs such as be, look, or seem. This apartment seems small. Okay, use adverbs to describe verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. They furnished it nicely. Adverbs that describe adjectives and other adverbs usually come immediately before the word they describe. It's an extremely nice house. They found it very quickly. Okay. Use adverbs of manner to describe action verbs. These adverbs often answer how questions. They come after the verb they describe. It'll rent quickly. Quickly describes how fast it will rent. Be careful, do not put an adverb of manner between the verb and its direct object. She'll rent this apartment quickly. Note, she'll rent quickly this apartment. Okay. Adverbs of manner are often formed by adding ly to adjectives. We need a quick decision. You should decide quickly. Be careful, some adjectives also end in ly. For example, silly, friendly, lovely, and lonely. It's a lovely apartment. Okay. Some common adverbs of manner do not end in ly. The adverb form of good is well. She's a good writer. She writes well. Some adverbs have the same form as their related adjectives. For example, early, fast, wrong, late, and hard. Bob was late. Bob came late. She's a hard worker. She works hard. Be careful. Lately is not the adverb form of late. Lately means recently. Hardly is not the adverb form of hard. Hardly means almost not. She hasn't met any new people lately. There is hardly enough time to prepare for her classes. Her part-time job takes up most of her time.
Okay, so we're gonna work a little bit different here because we need to advance a little bit faster. Okay, so please tell me if you have any questions with 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 so that I can explain to you specifically.
Let me see. Um, so adjectives are just for nouns, right? Not for verbs.
Yes, exactly. Adjectives are for nouns and for non-action verbs.
For non. Okay.
Pronouns and
Number.
non-action verbs. Yes, exactly.
Okay. Number 2, adverbs.
Adverbs
And
is
adverbs are for verbs and it's not verbs.
verbs, these adjectives and other adverbs. Yes.
So they are like the adjectives of the verb.
Exactly.
Okay. Use adverbs of manner to describe action verbs.
Adverbs of manner describe action verbs. They're like adverbs, right? Adverbs of manner uh answer the question how in questions. Like it'll rent how quickly, right? So they answer the question how.
Okay.
And that's why and they come after the verb they describe, right?
Okay. For example, in number 4, it's a lovely apartment. Oh, right, that's an adjective
It's
because
not an adverb. Yes, it's an
it
adjective.
affects apartment. Yeah,
Yes.
but lovely can be an adverb too, or not?
Mm,
Not right because it's
no,
an
it's
adjective.
not. Yes, it's an adjective.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And number 5. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, it's clear. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Participial adjectives, okay? So, can you please read?
Okay, participial adjectives, ing adjectives, and ed adjectives. Okay, ing adjectives, he is boring, they had a boring date. Okay, she is amusing, they had an amusing date. The movie was frightening, they saw a frightening movie. The job is tiring, she has tiring job. The weekend was relaxing, he had a relaxing weekend. In the adjectives, she is bored, they had a bored look on their faces. He's amused, they had an amused look on their faces. They were frightened, they had a frightened look on their faces. She's tired, she has a tired sound to her voice. He felt relaxed, he had a relaxed manner. Mm, okay.
Okay, so there are two types of participial adjectives. Is that true or not?
Mm, yes, it's true.
Ing and ed. Okay, let's
Mm,
please read.
okay. Participial adjectives. Wait. Okay, participial adjectives are adjectives that end with ing or ed. They usually describe feelings or reactions. The two forms have different meanings. Okay. The last Star Wars movie was amazing. I know. I was amazed by the special effects. Okay. Mhm. Participial adjectives that end in ing describe someone or something that causes a feeling or reaction. That actor is always amusing. He causes amusement. These directions are confusing. They cause confusion. Okay. Participial adjectives that end in ed describe someone who experiences a feeling or reaction. We were amused by that actor. We felt amusement. I'm really confused by these directions. I feel confusion. Okay, to the right are some common participial adjective pairs. Annoying, annoyed, boring, bored, depressing, depressed, embarrassing, embarrassed, exciting, excited, frightening, frightened, relaxing, relaxed, shocking, shocked, surprising, surprised. Mhm.
Okay, great. So here we have these two types. The ing one, the movie was amazing, or I was amazed. So the first one describes someone or something that causes the feeling or the reaction.
Mhm.
Like the movie was amazing. So that movie causes us the feeling or reaction. Or the actor is always amusing. He causes amusement. Or that movie's annoying. That means that the movie causes uh, that bad feeling, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And however, the ones that it describes someone who experiences that feeling, like we were amused by that actor. That's how we felt. I'm really confused by that, by these directions. I feel confusion. Okay, I don't know if you've got any questions with one, two, three, or four, maybe.
Can you go up a little and
A little down or a little up?
go up in the
Here?
yes, here he's so he's boring. It's because uh he does something boring, for example.
Yes.
And she's bored is because she's watching something boring. Right. Right.
Yes, exactly. Something
Okay.
something is boring and she's bored by that.
Okay. Okay. Can you go down to number 4?
Okay.
Okay. Where's the pronunciation of this correctly?
Embarrassed.
Embarrassed.
Embarrassed. Yes.
Embarrassed. Okay. Okay, it's clear. That part.
Okay, great. So let's move on. Okay. Well, I wouldn't ask you to read this. But well, here you have like the girl is as fast as the boy, or the girl is as big as the boys.
Mhm.
Well, no, I'm sorry. The girl is as big as he is. Her bike isn't as fast as his. The girl's bike isn't as heavy as the boy's. So these are adjectives that are equatives. The girl rides as fast as the boy, or her bike doesn't ride as smoothly as the boy's. So here you have adverbs.
Mhm.
Okay, here you use adverbs because you're using a verb,
Yeah.
right? So which words
But teacher,
always?
fast is an adverb that doesn't need ly, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Which words are always used in equatives?
Mm, as. Well, an adjective for an adverb.
Yes. Okay, can you please read number one?
You can use equatives as plus adjective plus as to compare people, places, and things. The truck's bike is as expensive as the Gordo. The trucks cost a lot of money. The Gordo costs the same amount of money. It's not as light as the Gordo though. The two bikes are not the same weight. Okay, use as plus adjective plus as to compare people, places, and things that are equal in some way. Use just to emphasize the quality. This helmet is as good as yours. It's just as expensive as yours too. Okay, use not as plus adjective plus as to talk about people, places, and things that are different in some way. The new ad is not as effective as the old one. It isn't as funny as the old one either. Okay, you can also use equatives as plus adverb plus as to compare actions. He writes as fast as she does. They ride equally fast. He doesn't ride as safely as she does, though. They don't ride the same way. He rides safely, but she rides more safely. Use as plus adverb plus as to talk about actions that use the same or equal. Use just to emphasize the equality. Glenn brightens as thoroughly as bright. It removes
Totally.
stains thoroughly. Did you say that?
Thoroughly.
Thoroughly.
Totally, yes, totally.
Thoroughly. Thoroughly. Brightens as thoroughly as bright. Okay, it removes stains just as effectively as bright. Use not as plus adverb plus as to talk about actions that are not the same or equal. Uh, clean doesn't clean as well as bright. Okay.
Okay, number
Uh,
three.
you do not always have to mention both parts of a comparison. Sometimes the meaning is clear from the context. Trax and Gordo are both great bikes, but Trax isn't as light as Gordo. Jake and Christopher both ride fast, but Christopher doesn't ride as skillfully as Jake.
Great. Okay, so uh as you can see here, we use as plus adjectives
Mhm.
and also plus adverbs to
Yeah.
describe verbs, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So this is very useful. Uh I don't know if there's any question with one, two, or three so that I can clarify or give maybe more examples in any of them.
Mm, Um, the just is just for emphasize, and
Yes,
not
just as
it's not
expensive.
necessary.
It's
But
not necessary, but you're saying that it's like just as expensive is to emphasize that it's expensive, right? Like
and just
equally.
when they are equal, not in
Yes.
negative form.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Can you go to number three, please? See. Los Saints just have effectiveness, but okay, it's clear. Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so let's do this activity. Let's do it on my screen.
Okay.
Okay, so please write down here the answer.
And Okay.
Okay, so let's review. Well, the width on the hub doesn't stop as slowly as the tracks. Okay, great. The goal, though, isn't as expensive as the trucks. Great. The trucks,
With feel, right? It doesn't feel
yes, doesn't feel as comfortable
comfortable
as
as, yeah.
the truck isn't as cheap either, yes. Even the quality is as comfortable as the trucks. On the road, the Gordo handles as well as the trucks. On the road, the Gordo they have doesn't handle as well. It's not doesn't, it's don't handle, right? Because you're
Yeah,
talking about
yeah,
two.
too. Yeah, don't handle
The Gordo shifts,
shifts as easily.
yes.
Teacher, the just was, for example, shifts just as easily, right? Here is a just.
Or just,
The
or
just.
do you want to use just?
Yes, it's after the verb, right? I
Yes,
think.
shifts just as easily, yes.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so let's move on here. Okay, so this is something that is very important. Comparatives. The new restaurant is brighter than the old one, or is better, or is more comfortable, or is less beautiful. And repeated comparatives. The food is getting better and better, or is getting more and more delicious, or less and less interesting. Several comparatives. The more crowded the restaurant, the lower the service. Okay, can you say the comparative adjective form always ends in er? Is that correct?
No, false.
Okay. You can use the same comparative adjective twice in a statement to show a change in a situation.
Yeah,
True.
yes, it's true.
Exactly. Okay, let's read please. Number one.
Okay, use the comparative form of adjectives to focus on a difference between people, places, and things. The new menu is bigger than the old menu. The new waiters are more experienced than the old waiters. Okay. There is more than one way to form the comparative of adjectives. For one-syllable adjectives and two-syllable adjectives ending in y, use adjective plus er. And bright, brighter, friendly, friendlier. Be careful, there are often spelling changes when you add er. Nice, nicer, big, bigger, pretty, prettier. Be careful, some adjectives have irregular comparative forms. Good, better, bad, worse. For most other adjectives of two or more syllables, use more or less plus adjective. Uh, comfortable, more comfortable, less comfortable. For some adjectives, use either er or more or less. The inn is quieter than Joe's. The inn is more quiet than Joe's. Quieter. Uh, use the comparative with than when you mention the things you are comparing. The apple pie is better than the cake. Use the comparative without than when it is clear which things you are comparing. The new desserts are better. The new desserts are better than the old desserts. Okay, repeat the same comparative to talk about change an increase or a decrease. Comparative adjective plus and plus comparative adjective. It's getting harder and harder to find an inexpensive restaurant, or more or less, and plus more or less plus adjective. It's getting more and more difficult. The difficulty is increasing. Okay, use a double comparative to show cause and effect. The comparative adjective plus the plus comparative adjective. The shorter the line, the faster the service. When the line is shorter, the service is faster. Uh,
Great.
okay.
Okay, so any question regarding 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, maybe?
Mm, no, not really.
Okay, if there's no question, let's. Mm, okay, let's do this activity. Let's correct the eight mistakes here.
Mm, okay.
Your marker, right? Okay, so there's one mistake missing, right?
Yeah, I think they're all.
Okay, so here's the place. It's just reopened under new management. The dining room looks bigger, brighter, and better as the old one. Okay, although the food isn't better, it is just as good. Okay, the menu is more varied and less expensive. Yes. Try one of their pasta dishes you won't find a fresher tomato sauce in town and leave room for dessert. They just keep getting better and better. Wait staff, um, is friendly but not able to larger and the large numbers of people in a crowded restaurant is longer desserts. The entertainment lines inside this bunker eatery are getting longer and longer. Try lunch now for a quieter and more relaxing meal. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Um, okay, great.
Teacher, it is no, don't move. It's okay. More relaxing, right?
Yes, more relaxing.
No, it's not more relaxed. No,
Uh,
no, it could be.
no, lunchtime, the meal would be relaxing, right?
Yeah, yeah, yes.
So it's more relaxed.
Um, and in this line, I mean, in this line, it's all good, right? It's just it sounds a kind of weird, but it has
The
sense.
food, the food is better.
It is.
It is just as good. Okay. So
You can say
here,
that, right?
yes. So
Mm.
in this case, okay, let me. Yes, you can say that. Oh, the food isn't any better. Hold on, please. I feel that it's correct. Well, let's see here. Yes. Okay. Although the food isn't better, it is just as good. Okay, let's continue. Everything is good there. Let's continue with the superlatives. Okay? So the superlatives are like the sweetest person in the world, or the funniest person in the world, or that's the nicest card I ever received, or the loveliest. So it's to say like the most.
Mhm.
Okay, so which word always goes before superlative from form of the adjective?
The
Great. Which letter do you add at the end of a short adjective to form the superlative?
EST,
Which word do you add before a long adjective to form the superlative?
most or least.
Great. Can you please read?
Okay, use the superlative form of adjectives to single out people, places, and things from other people, places, and things. You are the best parents in the world. You are the most wonderful friend I've ever had. Okay, there is more than one way to form the superlative of adjectives. For one syllable or two syllable adjectives ending in y, use the plus adjective plus est. Bright, the brightest. Friendly, the friendliest. Be careful, there are often spelling changes when you add est. Nice, the nicest. Big, the biggest. Pretty, the prettiest. Be careful, some adjectives have irregular superlative forms. Good, the best. Bad, the worst. For most other adjectives of two or more syllables, use the most or the least plus the adjective. Comfortable, the most comfortable, the least comfortable. For some adjectives, use either the uh, plus est or the most, the least. My third hotel was the quietest. My third hotel was the most quiet. Okay. The superlative is often used with expressions beginning with in or of, such as in the world and of all. You're the best mother in the world. He is the smartest one of us all. Of us all. Yeah. The superlative is sometimes followed by a clause. Often the clause uses the present perfect with ever. That's the nicest card I've ever received. You have the loveliest smile I've ever seen. Okay.
Great. So in this case, any question regarding one, two, three, or four, maybe?
Can you go to number 4, please?
Okay.
There is an expression that's, uh, it's okay.
Okay. Okay, so let's do this activity number 2 very quickly.
Okay. Um, mm, Okay, I neither.
Okay, so the day we were married was the happiest day of my life. You're a terrific teacher. You're the best teacher in the school. You make me feel warm even if the coldest months of the year. You're the nicest cousin of all. Grandma, you're the wisest person in our family. Maybe that's why I love you the most. Could be like you're the nicest cousin in our family.
Yes,
And
but
also, Grandma, you're the wisest person of all. I think
it
that's the way
sounds weird.
because well,
But person of all, mm,
you're the wisest person of all. Yes, I think it works because
probably. Mm.
I think it
But
works.
if you say you're the nicest cousin of all, it means like of all the cousins, right? Or something like that,
Uh,
or not. It's not clear.
yes, that will work also. Your both work, I guess. I think that both work. Okay, so let's move on. Let's do this activity. There are 5 mistakes.
Mm,
Let's correct them. Correct.
okay. Okay.
Okay, so it's the happiest time of the year. Great. We usually will eat the biggest breakfast you have ever seen. Great. And the fattest envelope of money. Great. The best time of my life. Great.
What is wait, showed off? Like
Which one?
showed off our new clothes.
Showed off is like when you in Spanish would be presumir.
Okay. Yeah, and no show off, showed off. Mhm. And envelope is like amount or
Like
something
what?
like that. Amount of money or
No,
what?
envelope is like it's like uh there's a word here. But where you put things, that's an envelope. Okay, so it's like Like where you
Mhm.
put a letter, that's an envelope. Like a
Okay.
paper that
Yeah.
you put a letter inside, right? The old letters, remember?
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Like I'll show you here. No, here and like this.
And like the mail letter.
Yes, that's an envelope.
Okay, okay. Get it.
Okay, so let's finish here. We're gonna finish in 45. Okay, so I'll see you